All right. We are live. Christina, happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday. Woohoo. Good afternoon from the East Coast.
Good afternoon. How are you feeling this fine Sunday morning?
Feeling good. We've got some sunshine out our way, but still a little chilly. Things are good here in Kentucky, and we're getting ready for Q&A time. So I hope we have some people joining us today, because otherwise it's just you and I talking, Aaron. Let's see here. Let me just see us live in the group, and I can see how many people we have. If you are here, chime in, say hey, hi, hello, help. Those are great things. Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, good morning, everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube land. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us here today. If you're out there and you're on your phone or scrolling on your desktop, drop us a comment, say hi, let us know you're alive, and hopefully everything's going well. I see Peter. What is happening? Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello. I know it's a Sunday, so Andre, yes, Peter, Andre, yeah. Welcome back. Good deal.
Hey, Lamin, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Good morning. Where are you, Lamin? Where in the world are you? I know Peter is in Oregon. Hey, Peter, did a nice chat yesterday.
Fantastic.
So please, let me know if we're on day 7 today. We've gone through quite a bit of content in those short times that we've actually talked. We realize some of you may have additional questions, and we're here today to address those. Or if you're confused, not sure what to do next, ask your question. Raise your hand, just say, hey, over here.
That's right. Yep, that's what we're here for today, Q&A. And then also I wanted to recap and go over and kind of put together Facebook Ads Day 1 and Facebook Ads Training Day 2 and bring it all together so that you can conceptually visualize what it was we were doing when we put together our video ad and then put together all of our interests and our targeting, and how it all comes together in a cumulative effect to actually create your Facebook ads campaign. And so I was searching for a file just a short while ago that illustrates conceptually this point, and I actually found the file. So woohoo! I'm pretty excited about that.
Anybody else, when you start to collect and have all different files, anybody else get a little confused on where it was? I know I do. So yeah. It happens to me, I think, every other day. That's why I love trying to keep it in one same folder if I can, and then I use my search bar.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, just make efficient use of the search bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or so when I use multiple computers, I now am saving a virtual folder so I can access it from either computer that I'm on now. I've found that works easiest for me.
That's a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. Michael, hey, and welcome back from Murray, Kentucky. It looks like you missed the last 2 days. A little illness had you in the hospital, but now doing okay. So that is wonderful news to hear.
Oh, no, I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, welcome, Michael. I'm sorry. Sorry some illness has struck you, but it sounds like you're doing okay now. So that's great news to hear. My prayers and thoughts are with you.
Yes, and just a reminder, our what we taught the last few days is recorded, so you can go back and watch when you're feeling well enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is in the group and available to you. And let us know if you have any questions. We're going to be coming, today is a Q&A day. Tomorrow is going to be another a question and answer day, and the next day as well. So we're lining up our question and answer days to answer any questions that anyone has over any topic that we've covered so far, whether it's store structure related, Facebook ads related, Google related, whatever happens to be, and wherever you are that's holding you back from getting to that next step, and questions that you may have, and anything that we can do to help you, that's what we're here for.
And I see Trin joined us, also from Oregon. Got the West Coast represented today. We have a few on the West Coast. Few of us are east. Michael and myself are in Kentucky.
That's right. We got Kentucky and West Coast represent. Cecile coming in from Florida. Welcome, Cecile. Good to see you. Cecile joined us in our mastery program, so really looking forward to launching on March 15th when we officially get everything going and take everything that we're learning here and really get laser focused on it together. Umair, welcome. Hello. Where in the world are you chiming in from, or where in the nation? Let us know. And Michael says, yes, thank you. That's why my why is so important to me. Absolutely. And that's so crucial to address that why, really narrow the focus on your why, so it becomes the springboard and the launching point and the driver in your dedication every single day. And it looks like Russell chiming in from Dallas. Welcome from Dallas. And Cecile, good question. When is the Facebook ads number 3? That's what I'm going to be chatting about here first, and kind of wrapping all of that up. So you're in the right place right now, because we're going to bring our ads together plus our interests together, and then more or less conceptually visualize what it looks like in a campaign structure setting on Facebook. And
For those of you that have already seen some of our training, we're just going to add just a little bit more.
Yep, just a little bit more. That's right. In fact, let me share an image here and share kind of where we've been, what we're going to do today, and where we're going. So we all have a little bit of context and how this all fits into the much larger picture of your store, your business, your mission, and getting you up and running and getting sales in. So, it all comes together. Let me come over here and open up this page right here. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I can't see it yet. Are you going to show?
There we go. Yep.
There we go.
Just taking me a minute. It's a Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday, everybody.
Let's get rolling and let's chat about Facebook ads day number 3, putting it all together, an actual Facebook account structure. I'm going to share an illustration here with you in just a moment of how all of the things that we've learned come together in creating that account. And those of you that are coming on board in our mastery program, you may already have a business manager account. You may not have a business manager account. The whole point of the exercises that we're sharing here are to get an overall general concept view and then conceptualize how this all comes together, how these puzzle pieces create a much larger puzzle, so that you understand when you actually go back into the tool and you go back into Business Manager and you're not overwhelmed and frustrated with all of the options back in there. You actually go back in there with an understanding of how all of these things fit together. So I know there's so many courses out there, they'll just dive right into Business Manager and do this, do that. I think it's exceptionally important to understand how the framework is laid and the importance of all of these puzzle pieces as they come together for you, or else you wind up set something up back in there and you don't know how it actually works and fits into a little larger picture. So today we're going to chat about the things that we've already discussed and putting it together. We chatted on Facebook ads day number 1, setting up a video ad and using Animoto to create your video ad, and that's animoto.com. If anybody here is new, we use a very simple tool to create very powerful and effective e-commerce product ad videos that are much more simple to set up than you may think or realize. And so animoto.com makes it very simple. You don't need to be a complex videographer or have all sorts of video equipment. And within our system, when we are actually working with an Etsy supplier, we get a lot of the graphic elements, a lot of the images and product elements and reviews and things like that that go into the elements of our video ad. So we shared on that day the elements that go into a highly effective, highly converting video ad, and that was on Facebook Ads Day number 1. Facebook Ads Day number 2, we backed it up a little bit, and we started talking about who our customer was and who our ideal customer was and our ideal avatar, and how we were able to use Facebook Audience Insights tool in order to discover the interests that particular customer has. And we use that research in the Audience Insights tool and imported that into an Excel spreadsheet and more or less created a spreadsheet of interests that we could then use to target our customer once we start setting up our Facebook campaigns. So now that we know how to set up our ads, our video ads, and how we use the assets from our Etsy supplier into Animoto to create those ads, and we've also set up our targeting, then it's what does the campaign actually look like within Facebook itself? And I'm going to share an illustration with you here in a moment. And before I do that, I just kind of want to zoom out for one moment and chat about where this all fits within our 3-step roadmap for Shopify store owners to go from overwhelmed and uncertain to 10K per month profits and thriving, setting our foundation, going through to curation, where we are curating our Michael Jordan product, our high margin, high passion product, how we are sourcing those products from an Etsy vendor, that viral product curation portion, and then outreaching to that vendor, striking up that conversation, striking up a relationship, getting a good price for resale of their product, so then becomes our Michael Jordan product, our pillar product, that we can then have ancillary products for resells and cross sells and upsells, and surround our business on a product that not only speaks to an audience, a passionate audience, but also speaks to us internally. And we want to align ourselves with our product, with our supplier, because ultimately we are here for a dual mission, which gives us a higher purpose. And that dual mission is for us to grow our small business, to put food on the plates for our families, but also to help another USA-based business grow their business as well, using our expertise in marketing, and being able to sell products online and helping them scale their products off of Etsy to a much larger audience. And so that is our dual mission, giving us a higher purpose and allowing us to help another small business to grow their business while we grow ours with a passionate product that we can all feel good about serving a much larger audience. Then, we move into product launch, and I'm going to go over some bonuses here about product launch and all sorts of things and elements and how we have tools and things in place for our mastery students to give assistance in getting over these hurdles. And we're going to go over that here soon as well. But where we are today in Facebook Ads Day number 3, kind of a little bonus training and how conceptualize Facebook ads in our campaign is the saturation, where everything's coming together and we're finally creating an ad and we're creating an ad campaign, and we are creating high return on ad spend ads. And so we are now in stage number 3 and step number 1. We're talking about high ROAS ads and the actual campaign structure of Facebook. So let me open up a document there. And if you have anything to add while I open this up, Christina, go ahead and chime right in.
I'd just like to say, we come to Facebook ads, right? We, of course, are testing at first. We get an ad that's working really well. I like to say it's like we're cooking a dinner, the main meal, okay? When we get good at this, we know what to do to make that main meal, and then we're just adding seasoning on top of it. We're adding bonus. We're adding just to share that with you. It's like adding more seasoning so you understand what works and what's not working, so you know how to saturate your market.
Absolutely.
Better returns. So
I like that. Looking at it like a recipe.
Yeah, it's like a recipe.
I dig it. Michael, yes, are those in the group under files? Either under files. I've actually put together a master Google document you may see in the news feed or in the main feed of the group. And I'm adding links into that Google document to all of the trainings throughout the days. So I have a few things to add in there in that main document. It's kind of a living document. That will have all of the files and all of the links that we're sharing in this group. And it actually has a link out to another living document that has all sorts of ad copy and swipes and slides and things like that. So it should be in the files tab, I want to say, within the group. So go ahead and check that. And I'll be adding more to that over the next coming days as well, and want to make sure you have access. And Umair, yeah, most important thing is to find the right audience. Yes, find that right audience. Speak to that audience in their own language, in their own lingo, and then offer something of value and something that separates you out from others in that marketplace. 100% could not agree more. And then guess what? The technology behind Facebook and these platforms and the Facebook pixel, once it really begins to determine who your purchaser is, once the platform knows who your buyer is, it can find a groove into those buyers and just pinpoint with laser focus those people that are ready to take action and make that purchase now. So 100% Umair. Yeah, very important to find the right audience. And then let's see here. Michael, I sell coffee online. Oh, great. Awesome niche. Super awesome niche. But will use Etsy sellers to stock my store with other products like coffee grinders, coffee makers, mugs, and such. Great idea, Michael. Fantastic. And you can use, just as an aside, you can use a print-on-demand supplier for your mugs as well. And look on Etsy for design creators. So, we could go into a whole masterclass on print on demand and sourcing high converting designs and things like that. But what you can do is use a print on demand supplier, whether it be T-Launch or Print Tech, or there's Shopify apps that come into your store and automatically create that product for you, more or less within the push of a couple buttons. You have a live mug on your store that when somebody purchases that mug, that transaction goes directly to the fulfillment warehouse where they fulfill it, they ship it out, they co-brand it with your packing slip and insert and all those sorts of things. And then when they ship it out, that tracking number is automatically ported over into your store to alert your customer that that their item is on the way. So I do like where you're headed with that, Michael, 100%. And then Peter, yes, best apps for your Shopify store. Great question there. And there are a few different apps that do a whole lot of a myriad of things. And maybe I might just save that for tomorrow as far as a whole Q&A on the best apps for your Shopify store, because I think that one we could really go down a wormhole on and chat about some of the best apps that we use.
Okay, I'm writing a note.
If we could cover Q&A topic tomorrow, best apps for Shopify store. And then maybe we could alert our email list that that's what we'll be talking about too.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Got it. Noted.
And then Mike, yes, I have a POD, but can't copy someone else's product. Yeah, 100%. You can't, exactly duplicate what they, just mirror it. You don't want to rip somebody off. That's absolutely true. What you can do is take a phrase or a design that looks something that maybe is hot selling and then turn it into your own. Maybe hire someone on Fiverr or hire someone on Upwork, give them that design as inspiration, the one that you really like, and then have them create that design. Or if you are inclined, you can use a service like Canva and create it yourself. Or you can use even a service like Placeit. That's placeit.net. And there's some awesome design in there. So yeah, don't copy someone. Don't do that. But you can use their designs for inspiration to create your own and then have that as your own POD. And your margins might be a little bit better, especially in coffee mugs, because coffee mugs have a very small margin in the first place. So I'm kind of just chatting about the coffee mugs aspect of your outreach to Etsy suppliers. But coffee is an awesome niche, 100%. And Peter, should my focus be on PPC, SEO, or funnels? And I will answer that question in the context of our roadmap here. And we can see in our roadmap that laying the foundation is making sure that your store is set up for conversions right here in our foundation area. So you would start here on making sure your store is set up for conversions. PPC and SEO is sort of an element of store conversions. A longer term marketing play where you're going to show up in search results when someone searches for a particular item. That's making sure that the structure of your site is easily well digested for the search engines, more or less, and making sure that everything aligns on those products or on your product pages. So I would start there. And then when everything is ready and you have your product in place and you have your Michael Jordan product in place and you've gone through these additional steps, then you're chatting about PPC, pay-per-click, and paid ads. So then you're coming down here. But it starts up here with your store and your landing page. And if you're doing a funnel, if you're not doing Shopify, if you're doing a cart funnel using ClickFunnels or ThriveCart or whatever your funnel builder or SamCart, whatever your funnel builder happens to be, it all starts there. So that should be your starting point to dial that in first. And don't worry about the noise of PPC and SEO or anything like that. Just start there. And then Peter, how important is YouTube? YouTube is a fantastic, I think often overlooked source of traffic, which can be very cost-effective traffic if you know how to properly set up your YouTube and Google Ads campaigns the right way. And a great platform to expand out into, especially while you're driving traffic from Facebook, and Facebook is recording all of the engagement on your ad and people that land on your page and people that scroll on your page and then people that add to cart and then people that actually purchase, and all of those actions are being recorded by Facebook. It's important to also have, and I think we've chatted about this in the days leading up to today, to have your Google Ads code, your global site tag from Google Ads integrated in with your Shopify store or your funnel, your ClickFunnels, whatever happens to be that you're using to sell your product, so that Google too is recording all of these actions and conversion events, so that you can come down here, kind of looking at our retargeting or our roadmap. We're looking at our high ROAS retargeting. We can use YouTube and Google as high ROAS retargeting platforms because they've already been collecting all of that data. They know the actions our customers are taking, and then we can follow up with those customers on those platforms on YouTube and on Google. So I'd say very important, and a very important piece to the overall puzzle and the tapestry of your marketing. And we chatted yesterday about how market awareness, right, fits into this market saturation piece, and how many times you have to get in front of a potential customer in order for them to take the action that we want them to. And Christina, I think you shared it was the most recent figure was about 8 times for that someone has to see your ad in order to gain that trust and, gain that mind share for them to actually end up taking action on the ad that you're placing in front of them. So, and YouTube allows you to do that on a different, you become omnipresent more or less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna like, gosh, this person follows me everywhere. Oh, look, there they are again. Just going back to like an Amazon example there, when you search for something on Amazon, like let's say it's a pair of shoes, and then you go somewhere else, you read an article, like those shoes showed up again. There's an ad delivering those shoes to you in the article. Then you go somewhere else and look, there they are again. Then you go to YouTube. Oh my God, I'm being served an ad showing these shoes, same exact shoes, not to be confused with a different brand, different color. The same exact shoes are following you everywhere. Okay. And that's the beauty of retargeting. That's the beauty of the pixel, depending on which one is firing. There's multiple, and we go more into detail about that later on. So I just want to clarify that with you, and just kind of there's a real life example of how it happens. Most people remember, like, yeah, I was on Amazon, and all of a sudden I just kept receiving the thing I just searched.
Right. Yeah. That's a great example, Christine. And Amazon, as you can imagine, they know what they're doing. They're the number one e-com retailer in the world, obviously, for very good reason. The major heavyweight, hands down. And they have retargeting down to an exact science. Using, guess what? Google as a major marketing platform partner. So, Peter, good question. Can we get around locked Facebook biz pages? Question there, is it an actual page, or is it your business manager that you've been locked out of? Is it a complete ad account, or is it a Facebook page that they've shut down for whatever reason, or is it both? Do you have access to your business manager, I think would be my next question there. Or did they kick you out entirely? And yes, there is ways of getting things reactivated and reinstated. And the best way to go about doing that, just as an aside here, is to say, Facebook, I'm sorry. I didn't know that I was violating your terms of service. I will do my best to be on my best behavior, and I understand where I went wrong, or, I understand what I did, and I won't do it again. May you please reinstate my account. I will play nice.
Yes. Majority of the time you're talking to them, you're probably talking to a computer.
Yeah, you get pretty lucky to get somebody on the phone or a real life person. If you keep at it and keep digging long enough, you definitely can. But Peter, go to business.facebook.com and log back in there and see if you have access, or if you've ever set up a business manager, and do this while you're logged into your personal profile. And you will see if it's actually business related or if it's a Facebook page you set up. We need to determine that first.
Got it. I just want to say welcome to Carrie from Las Vegas. See, you joined our call.
Oh, Carrie, gotcha. Welcome, Carrie. Is this Carrie right here?
Yep. That's Carrie.
I had a feeling that was Carrie. I had a feeling. Welcome, Carrie. I hope all is well. Welcome from Southern Nevada. I was a resident for quite some time. So over off Stephanie and Henderson on your way out of town, Green Valley area.
Oh, another Southern Nevada.
That's right. Let's see here. Russell, yeah, that doesn't work. I literally cannot even message him. I've been down for 10 months now. Yeah. Well, especially even during the pandemic and everything, they really it would made it even harder to get everything kind of situated. Very, very difficult. As far as a workaround, you might be able to work around with someone else's business manager or set up a business manager through your spouse or a partner and go about it that way. And then just create a whole new ad account, a whole new page, and forget about anything that you've already created if you can't get through to Facebook. But there are ways to work around that.
And I do know quite a few people were shut down around the election time or leading up to the election. And I mean, it happened to a wide variety of newbies to super experienced people spending millions of dollars every month. And it was a huge mess. Huge mess. People were, they got shut down and couldn't recover. They couldn't get a hold of anybody at Facebook, even though they had spent millions of dollars. They didn't have a rep that would answer them. So yeah, it was a big mess and a bit of a scandal over there at Facebook for a little bit of time. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
Everybody online is like, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
Yeah, that I remember one I think it was in July of last year when it was just a mass deactivation of accounts overnight, and there was just thousands and thousands of ad accounts that were shut down. And I was thinking to myself, what did I do wrong? Oh my goodness, what happened? And then it was, just about 12 hours later, everything was reinstated. But I think that there was a lot that was lost, baby thrown out with the bathwater in there too. Peter, good question. Any comment on OS 14? Obviously, big news waves being made with iPhone and Apple and giving the users the ability, their customers, the ability to opt out of tracking on their Apple devices and going in that direction. And so really it's important from what I've seen in all of the groups that I'm in, the waves of this are really yet to be known, right? Because it hasn't necessarily been completely rolled out yet. Facebook is doing all sorts of different things in order to set up ad accounts and structuring for the maximum of events that you can record. But the actual rollout of OS 14, especially when it relates to retargeting, is yet to be seen. But it places more emphasis and importance of the quality of your marketing and of your ad, and the stories that you tell and the market and the targeting that you're serving. It just makes it ever so more important that you are creating quality and not just and differentiating yourself in the marketplace instead of just another Me Too marketer.
Mm-hmm. And then another thing to think about, those of you, think about your own phone. How often are you really updating? Do you update it every time there's an update? I know not everybody does. But also in the entire marketplace, only 20% market share is Apple. So remember that too. You still have 80% of the market.
Right. Yeah. Isn't that the case? And not everybody on Apple, when they get that upgrade, is going to opt out. So I think there's still going to be plenty of data being recorded and allowing for some really super hyper, retargeting and all sorts of things. So
it's giving us a good challenge to be better at what we do.
There you go. Couldn't have said it better. That's exactly right. Russell, yeah, tried to sell cloth mask and became enemy number one. Yeah, that was one of those things. Um, the masks on Facebook when they were trying to make sure, even if you were trying to sell, a mask and you weren't, price gouging in any way whatsoever. You're just trying to provide a quality product. It was like they just threw the baby out with the bathwater. Nobody's selling masks over here.
And then all of a sudden you get served with an ad with a mask. Like, how did they get through?
Yes, my goodness. Holy smokes.
Like, hello, I read the rules. Like, and then you see it and you're like,
isn't that the case? I mean, I sold quite a few net gators, and I had a lot of ads that were rejected, just because like their algorithm detected that someone was wearing a facial covering. And so immediately they just rejected your ad, COVID-19 policy, et cetera, et cetera. But I kept seeing those ads where others were selling masks. And I'm like, there has to be a way. There's got to be a way. These people are selling masks. And I sold quite a few net gators. Wound up the margins weren't there for it to be a main core product. But I think that there's people have found ways to fit within the guidelines and the terms of service within Facebook to sell those masks now. I'm not 100% certain. I haven't checked into that, but I see the ads. So, but great. Yeah. Great question, Russell. So I would say if you're completely locked out and you've been trying to reach them for 10 months now, try and create a business manager, maybe under your spouse or sibling or something like that, and just go in that direction. Get your ad account set up, get a new business page set up, do all of those things, and just go that route right now if you can't get a hold of anybody whatsoever. Let's see here. Peter, is there a place or person I can hire to help with Facebook Biz Manager other than Fiverr? I was ripped off by 3 people on Fiverr for this service. What is so your business manager, and I asked just a little bit ago, is it what I can do, Peter, is let me do this. I will send you my email address. You can add me in to your business manager as admin or editor, and I'll take a look and poke around in there and see what's going on in your business manager, and see if we can overcome the hurdles they're placing in front of you. I just need to get a firm grasp on what the problem is and that you're encountering.
yeah, probably, as we chatted before a little bit, Aaron, you probably have to do it over Zoom to help.
Because you might not be able to add me in.
Yeah, get that added in just to have a clear picture.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can hop on a Zoom, Peter, and get you sorted out and go about it that way. And that way you don't have to worry about getting ripped off by anybody else on Fiverr. Let's do that. We'll reach out to you and get you sorted out. Cool. All right. Well, as questions come in, I'll answer them as they roll in. Let's go ahead and chat about bringing it all together once again from Facebook Ads Day number 1, chatting about the video ad. Then we moved into Facebook Ads Day number 2, talking about targeting and targeting the right way and interests, and how those become our initial outreach. So I'm going to share an image with you that brings it all together, from the ad to how our ad sets are created within an overall umbrella of our campaign structure. I don't want you to get overwhelmed by this image. It's actually quite simple once we break it down, because we've already gone through and understanding the key components and the puzzle pieces here. Okay. And this is actually an image. I will give a shout out to the group over at Traffic and Funnels. This is called their MVP method. So Traffic and Funnels, you may have seen their marketing hit your news feed. It would not surprise me if it has not hit your news feed, or if it has hit your news feed rather. They do a lot of marketing. They're very good at what they do. They help coaches, agencies, and consultants acquire new customers and with ads and marketing and things like that. So let me pull this over here and let me just see if I can zoom in, and I'm going to start down here. So we can see this overall structure, okay? And this is a whole Facebook campaign, all right? This is a whole Facebook campaign. Don't get overwhelmed by all of these pieces because we're going to break it down. We've already talked about them, like I've said. So this is a whole campaign structure. We create a campaign in Facebook, and we set our conversion objectives. So we program Facebook more or less. We tell Facebook, hey, I want you to go out and find people that are going to make a purchase of my product, okay? The reason we started on day one with the ad is because this here is the ad, okay? This is the ad, whether it's an image or a video. We talked about videos. Our ad would contain our video and actually an image ad, because we'd have a couple different ads in here that our campaign is testing, right? Somebody had mentioned when we were chatting about our video ad day, do I have a video, maybe one that is just similar to the other one so I can A/B split test? And yes, you would have a couple of your video ads in here in this area that would serve that function. And you could have an image ad in here as well. And Facebook is going to determine which of those ads is going to result in the action that we are telling Facebook to take. So which ad is producing the most purchases for us is resulting in the most conversion actions that we want it to take. So that is that area. Up here is the ad set. So the ad set is the interest that we already did the homework on. So we have the ad, and here the way they have it structured, this is like ad number 1, video name, ad number 2, image or video name, right? So they're doing, at Traffic and Funnels, they're doing a video and either a second video or an image, all under one cold interest in their ad set. So we take one interest from our interest research that we did on Facebook ads day number 2, and that becomes our ad set.
Mm-hmm. And can I share another variation of that too?
Please, yes.
I'd like to share, some of you might be a little glossy-eyed right now, that when you think of your campaigns within Facebook, I like to say it's like the campaign is the roof of the house, okay? Then you come down the first level, yep, right there where he's circling. You come down to that first level, which is the ad set level, okay? And at the ad set level, you set your copy, what you're going to write in the ad itself that people are going to be served, and you're going to create the ads underneath that level. So you essentially have at least 3 levels. The top, which is the campaign. Level 1 is ad set. Level 2 is the ad itself.
Right. Yes. So in this ad set level, this is our targeting, our interest based, that we've done that work on, and we went to Facebook Audience Insights tool. We got all of our interests. We put them into our spreadsheet, whether that was an interest based on the type of publication that they're reading or websites that they're visiting or blogs that they read or those sorts of things. Each one of those becomes its own ad set underneath the campaign. And each ad here is the same, actually. So it's not new ads. It's just different ad sets, different interests. Okay. All of this is exactly the same. All of this is the same. The only thing different is this layer.
Right. So when you start to run ads, you can see what's actually working. In very simple terms, right? Right, Aaron?
Yes.
It's structured like this.
Yes. So which audience is my ad converting with? More or less. That's exactly right. You can see that Hey, my ad is converting with those that visited, that like XYZ website, but it's not converting with those that read XYZ magazine. Okay, so I'm going to shut off XYZ magazine, and then I'm going to scale up the ones that works over here.
Mm-hmm. And
So
that's why we get so intricate with the details.
Exactly. So many that go willy-nilly and just go into a Facebook account and start setting up interests, and they type something into that search bar. The next thing you know, they've got 100 different interests or however many in there, and they're mixing up interests. They've got all sorts of different mixes in there, and it's not laser focused, laser targeted. You don't know what's working, and you won't know what's working, and it's confusing for Facebook as well, because you're mashing up a few different people into one big pie.
Mm-hmm. It's very much following a recipe.
Back to the recipe. I love it.
Back to the recipe. If you put everything together all at once, is it going to taste the same? Probably not, right?
No. So hopefully this makes sense. Let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever. And I was hoping that the cumulative effort of understanding ads, why we went Facebook day one with how, the proper ad creating, and then how we go create our audiences based on the tools, the Facebook Audience Insights tool. So that becomes our ad set. So we have this nice campaign structure. So like Christina said, we can actually see what's working, and scale what's working and cut what's not.
And that's how you are smarter with your ad spend. And you're not sending money to the Facebook money shredder, because they gladly take your money.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake, they don't care. They don't give refunds. Very rare will we ever see a refund from them. So just a reminder of that. They don't care if you're a newbie and don't know what you're doing. Well, just glad we just collected $550 from your American Express.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Russell has a question. My biggest problem is following the recipe to a T. Got it.
Yes.
And there's, right? Because sometimes, right, you're trying to follow the recipe like, oh, I know better.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen to any of us, right?
No, never.
I'm laughing because I know what you mean. So sometimes it's hard for us, but we share this from our experience.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind just blowing $1,000, then
right,
and go do whatever you want. But if you want to save some money and actually have it laser targeted and actually get results, then we recommend following our recipe.
That's right. And I'll kind of reiterate something and take a page out of another incredible marketer out there, Aaron Fletcher's playbook. He says, you can eventually start to play jazz, but you're not going to play jazz until you learn the chords, and you can't play the chords until you learn how to play a note. So learn the notes so you can learn the chords, so then you can play jazz.
You got it. Now we got some food orders coming up in the group feed. I see Sloppy Joe, mac and cheese, please. They go together with the martini.
Oh man, high class. That's a classy meal right there.
Oh, good.
Oh, the martini, with the classic, Kraft blue box mac and cheese. Yes.
Yeah, don't deviate from those instructions. You mess it up, right? All right, everybody. Let's see here. Oh, Michael's got a question coming in here, it looks like. What's a good way to scale ads? How much at a time?
So big answer here for you, Michael. If you have something working in an ad set and it is grooving, shaking and moving, and it is creating purchases for you, and you're profiting off of that ad set in that campaign, I recommend one, don't touch it. Don't touch that ad set. And if you do, and if you want to increase the budget of that ad set, do so in a very limited way, like 10%, maybe 15% increase in the daily budget. What happens is you increase the budget of that ad set or that campaign too much too quickly. It throws off the math behind the algorithm. And I'm not a Facebook engineer, and who knows if a Facebook engineer could even answer this question the right way. But as far as in the context of increasing ad spend on an ad set, I can't tell you how many times when I was learning early on, and I would have something that was winning and it was going, and I was like, oh my God, I've got a winning product. I'm making profits. I've got an ad set that's going. I've done it. I can just see it. All I have to do is increase this by another $100 a day, and I'm going to be making $300 a day. Or, if I'm at $1,000 a day on this ad set, let me extrapolate the profit on this puppy, and let's just really go, all in and look. You have this vision of just like, all I have to do is increase the budget on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen is it will recalibrate the whole algorithm of that ad set, and every single time I've done it, without fail, hands down, have that ad set has turned from a winning campaign, a winning ad set, to a loser.
To eating your money that much faster.
Yes. Yes. So your question, what is a good way to scale ads? How much at a time? Hopefully I've shared a good way not to scale ads. You can increase budget, yes, but at very small levels as to not throw off the algorithm. And I've seen different numbers out there, no more than 20% of that ad set budget, no more than 15%. I'd say if you're going to do it, no more than 10%. So if you're at like $30 a day on that ad set, I wouldn't tack on more than $3 and go from there. The other way, yes, so that is the way that you would roll. So would you duplicate the ad? So I wouldn't duplicate the ad. I would duplicate the ad set with the same audience, and even at the same budget level. Or you can try a higher budget on the new ad set. Try and ramp it up on that new ad set, but keep the ad set that's working. If you have an ad set going at $50 a day and it's working and things are going, don't touch it. Duplicate that ad set. Maybe try it at $100 on a duplicated ad set.
Yeah, do not turn it off. Do not pause it. You'll mess it up.
Yep. So yeah, duplicate is a great way to scale into that same audience. Another way to scale out, and we'll chat. We'll chat about maybe a little bit more about this down the road, is lookalike audiences. And so you've set up your audiences like we chatted about on Facebook Ads Day number 2, where we've set up our cold audiences. And then you can create, as engagement is occurring, as purchases are being made, as add to carts are happening, as website visits are happening, and all that data is being collected in the back end on the audience manager within Facebook. You can create lookalike audiences, right, of people that look like the person that took that action. So you have a bucket of people that have made purchase, right? And they've made that purchase action. You can now tell Facebook, hey, Facebook, go out and create a bunch of people, or go get another basket of people that look like the people that took that action. And that's called a lookalike audience. And so you would scale out into that lookalike audience.
Yeah, there's all kinds of intricacies within Facebook Business Manager.
Yeah, absolutely. As more data continues to come in and your pixel begins to learn more and more about your customer, and begins to more or less create an internal profile of who your ideal customer is. The being able to scale out into your lookalike audiences and those other buckets of folks that we're telling Facebook to create becomes very, very powerful. So
if your eyes are glossing over, it comes with time.
yes, Cecile, all of this will be covered in the mastery program. Not to worry. You are on board with us, so we are going to take you through all of this. Don't worry at all. That is what our mastery program is designed to do, because trust you me, learning all of this from scratch and going back years, if I could transport myself back 5, 6, 7 years ago, not having any idea about any of this, I would be totally lost as well. And I wish I had somebody that was sitting down with me, showing me step by step how this all worked, rather than spending umpteen amounts of dollars on Kajabi courses and this course and that course and et cetera, to learn it on my own. And so our mastery program is designed for you to be with us as we share what we know, so that we can grow your store in the right way and speak to an audience in the right way, learn how to write ads in the right way, learn how to get products the right way, learn how to scale out the right way. All of these things in an accountability one-on-one group coaching setting within our mastery program. That's what it's designed to do, not just give you a login to a Kajabi course or a Teachable course or anything like that. That was Christina and my vision, is that, when we were sitting down, we want to create something, and we're chatting about our dual mission and how we want to grow our business while also helping another small business owner grow. Well, how can we do that? Can we really just create a course and sell that? Or can we have something where the success rate is going to be much higher, right? Because the success rate for somebody that buys a course and tries to do it on their own is very, very low.
Mm-hmm. So like 4%.
Yeah. They'll spend $1,099. They'll buy the $997 course. They'll buy the $1997 course. They'll buy the $24.95 course. All hyped up to get going with it, and then fall flat. And it's because they don't have that accountability. They're not being surrounded and pushed and being taught the right way with that support. And I've been there so many times. I didn't want to create, and Christina didn't want to create, a course where the success rate is only that, 3 or 4%. So our mastery program is designed to work with us, work alongside of us, so we can take you from where you're at now to where we really want to go, with the help and support of those who have been there, not only on the other side, but also where you're at now.
Mm-hmm. We're giving you the master shortcut.
Yes, exactly. So our goal is $10,000 per month in profits within 90 days without selling the same thing as everyone else. Our teaching and our training is completely different, outside of our Facebook ads and our Google ads and all the things we've already been chatting about the past few days, but actually how we go out and source our products and find our Michael Jordan product and our core pillar product, that high margin, high passion that speaks to our core, that speaks to us internally, so that we're fired up and enthused to wake up every day and sell the product. And that helps us to get over any hurdles that come into our way, because it's not just out there selling another, dog shedding grooming glove that 10,000 other sellers are selling. We're actually behind something that speaks to our inner core. So, great question, Cecile.
Thank you, Carrie. She said she learned a lot today. I'm just saying thanks.
Awesome. Thanks for joining, Carrie. Appreciate you taking the time out of your Sunday from out there in Summerlin. Hopefully It's a nice early spring day down in Las Vegas. You get to see red rocks out there. Beautiful morning, hopefully. So let's kind of come over here for one moment and Facebook ads number 3, putting it all together. I covered that, we've covered the concept, how to put together that campaign. Hopefully that helped to give you the broad strokes of how all the things that we've been doing come together. And I know we've been chatting about our mastery program the past few minutes here, and I just kind of wanted to address who is it for, who isn't it for, and can you do this? Our mastery program is for anyone who desires to join us on our mission with having a dual mission and a higher purpose of growing your business while helping someone else grow their business, who also wants to learn with coached steps along the way how to become successful in this industry, and who is not afraid to jump a little bit out of their comfort zone to learn some of these things that we are going to be teaching and helping you to go from where you're at now to where you want to go. So it's for someone that wants to grow. It's for someone that wants to learn. It's for someone that wants to profit. And we're for profit here. And Christina and I, we shared, I think, day one, our core values. And it's for somebody that's aligned with our core values. So let me come up here if I can open up our core values here and who we're for. We're for supporting. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, good deal. But we're for supporting small businesses. We're for helping everyday people escape the rat race and creating a profitable store and large margins and simplifying the process and creating partnerships and learning together and profiting and achieving goals and new opportunities, new options, family freedom and honesty, and helping others. So if you are aligned with our core values, not only what we're for, but also what we're against, dishonesty, being self-serving, being stuck in a dead-end job, being a know-it-all, thinking that there's nothing else out there that you can learn, having no connections and complex stuff. We're against complex stuff that doesn't work. We want to break it down for you and lead you by the hand. Also stuck against, overseas cheap manufacturers. I just shared with you a product that I wasn't aligned with and was just trying to sell and came from a cheap manufacturer overseas. We're trying to get away from that. We're trying to go support our U.S. small-based business and give you a story with your store of how you're doing that and how you're doing that so that we can share that story with our potential customers and with the world. That gives the potential customer even that goodwill to buy from you, that they know that they feel good about purchasing from your store. So our mission together to grow an online business we are aligned with and can be proud of, and help fellow small business owners grow and scale so they can provide for their families. And we believe that through helping others grow, we get more excited to grow our own business and fulfill a more purposeful life.
And with that, we asked all of you on day one, what is your biggest why? Many of you did answer, and some of you have come into the program after we started. So if you have not done day one training, please do, and please chime into the group.
Yeah. Dig deep and find your larger why. It is so crucial. Whether this is your opportunity and this is our pathway, our roadmap is what you choose, or if it's not. If you are in an entrepreneurial small business mindset, finding your bigger why so that it becomes the foundation, a springboard upon which you can set your goals.
And we had a comment come in from Peter, said, my brain has been aching all week from this training.
I hope that's a good thing. I hope that's a good thing. I hope we were able to share some real value for you that you can either implement into your business and most certainly put some blinders on and focus on things that are important rather than be distracted by other shiny objects out there in the marketplace. And Cecile, oh yes, I made a decision. If I want to be successful, I need to jump out of the box. It can be a little scary, but if I keep doing what I've been doing, I will get what I have, and that is just not acceptable. 100%, Cecile. I love it. I can't wait to jump off into the mastery program with you. This is going to be wonderful. We're going to have a great time.
Yep, we're kicking off March 15th.
Yes, March 15th. And so, Cecile, you'll be getting more, obviously, information as we lead up into that. And anybody else who wants to join us on March 15th, drop a comment. We're opening up our calendars to get onto a Zoom. And I'm sure Cecile can attest to this. It's not a high pressure sales call or anything like that. It's just chatting about where you are, what you would like. And then if your goals align with ours, we'll invite you to come into our mastery program, and we'll take you through our roadmap and join us when we officially launch on March 15th. So drop a comment and let us know if you would like to be a part of our mastery program and joining us. And then, go ahead, Christina.
So the next question is really like for the mastery, who isn't it for?
Yes, and that is a great question. Who is it not for? And it does kind of come back up to our core values here. Who is it not for? It's against all of these things. Cheap manufacturers, those that are doing AliExpress drop shipping, those that are teaching how to do AliExpress drop shipping, those that are standing in front of their Lamborghinis and their leased Porsches for the day to make it look like they're rich, and trying to give you another squirrel to chase after that's going to kill your dreams. That is what we are against. And so if you are jumping from one opportunity to another, and you're an opportunity seeker, and you believe you're chasing get rich quick schemes, this is not for you. You need to put your blinders on and focus and get down to work and dig deep with us. If this is just something else that you're going to purchase and then move on from and chase another shiny object and get into something else to try and provide for yourself, then this is not for you. Okay. This is serious business for you to grow yourself personally, and grow your own business, and grow another business. I can't stress that enough. Oh, Cecile, thank you very much. That is awesome to hear. Thank you. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, if you're an opportunity chaser, a seeker, a get rich quick scheme, that's not what this is about. This is about building a business, and building a business of integrity. And then, can I do this? And this is a big one, because so many people come into this game and they've been fed a dream, and they've been fed something that they can do it that will make it easy for them to do. And we have a saying around here: it can be simple, but not necessarily easy, right? We want to provide the support system structure from those who have been there, so that you can do it and have the resources and access to us so that you can do it, to get you over any hurdles where you're stuck, where it's simple but not necessarily easy, just like anything in life. We don't want to sugarcoat this like those Lamborghini posing gurus out there. You know. Now, we also, to address this question of can I do this, we are including for our mastery students elements of bonuses, such as a high converting Shopify theme that takes away the guesswork for high conversions. Another bonus of a Shopify app, where we're implementing that app and we're able to import Etsy products with a push of a button, so they're live on our Shopify store. We're also offering, as a bonus for our mastery students, automatic Etsy outreach. so that we are doing a bit of the heavy lifting and outreaching to Etsy suppliers, and starting that conversation so that we can more easily identify and find your Michael Jordan product. So our mission is to make sure you can do this, and that you have the tools and systems and structure and accountability and the surrounding people around you that will help you do this. So if you're wondering to yourself, can I do this? This looks like a lot. All of this ad stuff that they've been training the past couple days, all of these things that they've been talking about, and all of the elements in place. The reason that we've been teaching this is, one, so that you can implement it into your business. But two, as I mentioned a moment ago, it's not to sugarcoat anything. It is to make sure that you know what this business is. And, the other day we chatted about, we're in the business of transformation. We're not necessarily in the business of selling products per se, but we're in the business of transformation. And we are here to help you do this and transform you from where you are now into where you want to go. And that's the whole purpose of our roadmap. That's the whole purpose of our system and the purpose of the mastery course. So if you are interested in joining the mastery course and joining Cecile, and you warm my heart, if I had felt pressure, I would have run the other way. That makes me feel, that's going to make my Sunday so much better, Cecile. Thank you. And if you would like to join Cecile and Heather and Michael, Stephen, then we're going to be launching on March 15th. And if you want our proven pathway and our roadmap to success and all of the things and where we're going, and not only the bonuses that I've been sharing here today, but additional unannounced things that we're developing in the works. I'm excited to move this forward and move this with a group of people that are like-minded to push each other and learn as much as they can and impact our families' lives and also the lives of others. We've got a greater mission here. If you want to be a part of it, we're going on March 15th.
And this will be a small group, so everyone gets attention.
Exactly. And Michael, will you be offering this course again later? Yes, we will be offering the course again later, but it will be at a higher price. So right now, and we're going to have a whole sales page of what the mastery course is, and who's it for, who's it not for, what do you get, all the deliverables and everything. And we all will be offering it later, but at a much higher price. So the price point right now will double, if not more so. So anybody that comes into our founders program, our launch program right now, is getting lifetime access to everything at a much lower price. And the purpose behind this is we want to bend over backwards to get our students to be successful so that we can use those video testimonials of success and attract others into the system so then we can teach them. But it will be at a much higher price point at that time. So the answer is yes, but it will be more. Okay, with that said, I think we'll kind of go off into our Sunday here. Christina, does that sound good to you?
That sounds good. And everybody, just a reminder, we have 2 more days coming up of Q&A. So if you have not watched every day's training, please go and watch it. Write down any additional questions you have, as well as Aaron's going to deliver some additional training. So be sure to watch it. And Peter had asked a great question today that we will address tomorrow, which is the best apps for the Shopify store. So be sure to tune in tomorrow, Monday, as we answer that important question.
That sounds great, Christina. We'll be back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then. And if you want to join our mastery program, drop a comment. We're opening up our calendars. And we would just hop on a no pressure sales call to chat about your goals. So just drop a comment and we will get you that calendar for you to schedule at a time that's available for us and convenient for you.
You got it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today on Sunday. You're dedicated, you're learning, you're putting in the work. And if you have not submitted your bigger why, please do in the group.
Yep. Go ahead and submit your bigger whys, guys. Thank you to all those who have already done so. Very much appreciated. I'm excited to move forward with those who've already come into the mastery program. And for anybody who's thinking about it and wants to come in, I'm excited to have you join us. So until then, until tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll shut it down for now and have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. And bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.